When Donald Trump was elected, I suppose the greatest feeling that I had was disbelief. I was definitely overwhelmed with a sense of anxiety and fear. I think up to this point I'd taken for granted that I had so many luxuries and that many others do not. I want to be the voice for people who can't necessarily speak for themselves. I have 3 boys and 1 girl, and I raised them to treat other people with kindness and compassion, to base your judgment of other people on their actions. As a parent, I have to set an example for my children. I walk for marginalized, disadvantaged. I walk for my daughter so she doesn't have to. It's not anti-hate, it's not anti-Trump. It's pro-diversity and respect. I have to take my own disbelief and see it for what it is, and now it's like, okay, now how can I change this? Like, what can I do about it?
We knew there were a lot of ladies from Southeast Michigan who were interested in attending the march. So my friend Karen and I, we pulled in 4 buses and we just organized 158 women today. I'm really excited.
There are a lot of issues I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about climate change. I'm concerned about affordable health care, affordable education, about the future of our public education. I'm concerned about my rights to marry a woman that I love.
Well, given the situation that we're in, where there's so many different threats, both to basic rights as well as important quality of life issues like health care, as a citizen, we have power if we speak out and are engaged. And that's what's happening today. This is the democracy of women coming together, saying we're not going to be silenced. We're not going to take it sitting down, rolling back reproductive choice or preventative health care, or going back to a time where being a woman was a pre-existing condition in health care. You know, it's been really hard recently. I mean, we're fighting on all fronts. It's been exhausting, actually, just looking at everything and trying to make sure we're not going backwards and that Michigan's not hurt. And this energizes me. It's really fantastic.
It's exciting. It's really exciting. There's definitely an energy in the air. Even in the subway, there were tons of people cheering and shouting and screaming, and I'm just really excited to be here.
You know, when we came up from the subway, I was a little emotional, actually. It's kind of overwhelming to see so many people want their voices heard and stand up for what's right. I marched for myself, my friends, my family, my future children. That's who I marched for.
I march for myself, my family, my students, and all the women that are here today.
I'm here for my 90-year-old mom and my daughter and my 9-year-old granddaughter.
I'm here marching for human rights, women's rights, and rights for all.
Trump used the slogan, "Make America Great Again." In your opinion, what makes America great to begin with?
Diversity, I think. So to me, it's ridiculous that he would say he wants to make America great by taking all the great parts and people out of America. That doesn't make any sense to me.
America is made up of a lot of wonderful, beautiful weirdos like us. And I hope that it continues to welcome people and support them as they're trying to become their best selves.
I think it's a place where anybody can come to find opportunity, and I want to make sure that it stays that way, that anybody can pursue any opportunity that they want without anybody trying to stand in their way or make it harder for them.
We're the melting pot, so to speak. I'm a granddaughter of immigrants, and that's what made us great, you know, allowing other cultures to come in and to learn about each other, and, you know, we learn to live together in peace, and that's really important.
We are a country based on fundamental freedoms of religion for everyone, of being able to speak up, of being able to participate, of allowing dissent and respecting dissent. But we're also great because we understand there's things you do by yourself and there's things you have to do together. You can't build a road by yourself, keep clean air and clean water by yourself, protect ourselves from national security, or provide the fundamentals of education and healthcare by yourself. That these are things we do together, because that's how we are stronger and how we support a better quality of life.
I'm just so happy to see all of the ladies and the gentlemen here today. It really makes my heart sing.
Dear friends, sisters and brothers, all of you who are before me today and in 370 marches in every state in this country and on 6 continents, thank you for understanding that sometimes we must put our bodies where our beliefs are. This is an outpouring of energy and true democracy like I have never seen in my very long life. And remember, the Constitution does not begin with I, the President. It begins with we, the people.
By raising our voices, by sharing our truths, by amplifying each other, we can change our nation for the better.
I and American Muslims like me are committed to putting our faith into action. We live and breathe the understanding that justice cannot be for just us, that our liberation is interconnected, that we cannot be free at each other's expense or if any of us remains targeted.
Our approach to freedom need not be identical, but it must be intersectional and inclusive.
I'm tired of hearing us say love trumps hate, but sometimes sound more hateful than Trump. I'm tired of us putting down all the red state voters. We have to stop that. This movement has the opportunity to stand up for the underdogs in the red states and the blue states, to stand up for the Muslims and the dreamers and the black folk, but also to stand up for coal miners. We're gonna stand up for them. We're gonna stand up for them. And we have to have a position that's clear. When it gets harder to love, let's love harder.
Part of what makes us great is we are a nation that was founded on certain ideals, founded on the ideals that were spoken in 1776, that we are all and should be treated as equals. Founded on the ideals that guarantee every person's right to worship freely without intrusion. Founded on ideals where our immigrant communities represent the heart and soul of what it means to be an American. And when I look out at this incredible crowd today, I know one thing. You have the power. And we, the people, have the power.
I would say that my experience with this march renewed and strengthened my faith in humanity. When I arrived in DC and saw all those people, I felt a mix of emotions, honestly. I felt this amazing joy, and I almost felt like I wanted to cry because I was so moved. I was immediately embraced by all these people. I mean, people were coming up to me and talking to me and taking pictures, and we were telling each other stories, and there was this real sense of unity. The general feel was one of collective strength. I'm involved with some local groups here in Clarkston. There are a couple of private groups on Facebook. Basically, you search up Oakland County Women, and you just send a request to join the group. And 9 times out of 10, they'll join you. And there are a couple of men as well. But it's a nice resource for local people to get together.